Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Maximilian and we're playing Immersive Engineering. Yay! Hello folks, welcome to another episode. I have done a few little things since we last left off. I've gone through the factory and how it all works. So we've got it semi-automated as we speak at the moment. So what I want to do is just give it a little bit of automation, because end of the day, last thing I want to do is start having to go over there or over there and keep switching the excavators on and off. So hello Miss Gal. So what I propose to use today is Redstone. Now I know there is other mods that offer similar characteristics, flexibility, same as this one, but yeah, I do like Immersive Engineering's look at Redstone, and I'm not a king or anything really good with Redstone at all. It's something that yeah, it takes me a while, and some of the more complex systems that you can use with Redstone, I mean, it is a great system, but some of the complex stuff I tend to look, I was going to do with flag. Yeah, I tend to copy what the people have done. Mumbo Jumbo is one that springs to mind at this moment, and yeah, he's pretty good with the old Redstone and the hideaway stairs and other automations. So yeah. So, but for me, for what I use Redstone for, and the flexibility and things like that, I think Immersive does actually offer a little bit of that. And I think Ender.io, not sure about the new Ender.io, which is in 1.12.2, but I know with previous versions it did offer something similar. I think another one is Project Red. But anyway, let's just go through a few things. I have changed down here. You'll see that we've now got a row of hoppers and some more conveyor belts. And what I've done is that, well, this crusher wasn't getting really utilised with mobs. I mean, mobs will fall and drop every so often, but at least I can utilise the crusher myself. So everything all comes down here and just feeds into this item router, and anything that I want stored into these will go into the blue way, which I believe is that way, you can just see. Anything else will just come through and up the what do you call them? Yeah, vertical conveyor belts. Oh God, I can't speak today. Right. And then that's what these two crates are for. So one's for crushing, and that's, I've put grit there, but that's what should return back. I've also, oh God, mouse is all over the place. I've also put myself a furnace. So we've got a furnace and two external heaters, and I've also utilised the power which I've got providing down here. So the power that powers that crusher is being utilised as well. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually goes upwards. And if I'll just show you just quickly, and then we'll get on with what we're going to be doing today. So yeah, so I thought I'll join the two systems together so they will all connect. So the windmills at the top, and then power also goes up and through into the system that way as well. So that's pretty good. So at least I can utilise it within the workshop itself. So yeah, so they should all feed into. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Into here. So they come through, feed into here, and then into this MV capacitor here, which is more than sufficient for what I need it for. And then it powers these two and that. Sorted. So at least I've got a furnace in here rather than running around trying to get the crusher, because some of this stuff requires grit, like Electrum Constantan. These all require grit to produce. Let's have a look. So you need to, I mean, you can use the arc furnace, but to get the grit you need nickel and copper, and then the electrum is your silver and gold. So yeah, makes things a little bit easier. Hungry now, I've been running around everywhere. Now I did change out all the glass in there to clear glass. For some reason every time I loaded in the game it didn't render properly, but the clear glass is, that's what I've been not using, just an ordinary glass from Minecraft. The black stained glass, if I crush it, which I did, you get sand back. So yeah, that was, so if I just go show you, so if you go into the crusher, if you crush your glass, you get your sand back. Easy. So there's no waste there. The only thing you waste, you lose, is the colour that you use to colour the glass. Right, all done. Now let's get on with what we're doing in this episode. Right, like I said, redstone. It is not my forte. It is the simple. I know some of the basics. Let's get some sticks as well. But we do need. In fact, let's just get a stack of sticks. That'll be easier. So yeah, it's not my biggest forte, but and let me demonstrate why. So let's use the redstone lamp. Fairly straightforward. We put a lever next to it and we can turn it on and off. Yeah, and we've got some lamps over there which can be used if we wanted to. At the moment they're on all the time, so we can connect a daylight sensor to it. So to connect a daylight sensor to it, we can go do that. And if we want it to go dark, then we just do that, and we can turn it so it will only come on when it's dark. Yep, simple enough. So now it becomes a nighttime sensor, so the lamps come from through there. Easy peasy. That's just normal Minecraft. We all know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That should, no, it's 15 in it, with this on it. So see, that's how good it is. Right, that is the distance, as you saw, by 1 extra. That is the distance that you can travel with redstone, and it will work. If you wish to increase that range, then as you see, it won't work, because by the time it runs out, you can see in the bar at the top, so power level 3 to 1, and then it goes to 0, so there's nothing power there. So the way to increase that is somewhere in there you put a repeater, and you can set delays on there if you wish to do so. And if you look at the more complex, yeah, as you see, if I go stand here and just flick it on, yeah, there's a delay. Whereas if I have it all the way to there, it should be exactly the same. Yep, happy with that. Good. Okay. However, immersive engineering gives us complexity, because at the end of the day, if you want to start powering multiples, you've got to be careful, because if you start putting redstone against each other, you start getting it like this. So you have to put spaces in there or power it a different way, and it can get really complicated and makes it a little bit harder. But I think immersive engineering actually makes it a little bit simpler and nicer. So let me just demonstrate. So first things first, what I need to create is these redstone wire connectors, just like with the power cables. Alright, we had all the connectors, so you had your actual connectors and then your relays. Well, these do exactly the same. So these are just the redstone wire connectors, and we also need to make some redstone wire coils. So the redstone wire connectors is very straightforward. Electrum. Alright, so just split up an ingot. So I should be able to make 12 of these. Job done. And we'll get the wires. So you just need aluminium, a stick, and some redstone. So let's just aluminium. I did make some more up. I don't think I'm going to use all 16 though, so let's just do that. And 4 sticks. Cool. Let's put the aluminium away for the time being. Now, it's dark. I've just slept. I've literally just slept. Haha. Will the daylight sensor work? Or nighttime sensor? Thing is, I think you've got to put it. So now, yeah, there you go. So nighttime. So night sensor is nighttime. So the daylight sensor is great. All right. So when it's nighttime, it will turn on. And that's what I want to use with the lights that go around the base. So when we go back down now that I slept, that should be off. Should be off. We shall have a look. Yep. So that is now off. So you can invert that now. I'm not sure when that came into, because I don't think that was original. Before you had to set up a an AND gate. But now you can use, you just click on the daylight sensor and it will go from daylight to nighttime. Cool. Right, let me demonstrate how immersive engineering works. So, I have 3 of those, and I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, connect him on there. Put one down there, and one over here. There. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to connect each one just like you would do there, and I think the distance is exactly the same. So let's have a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I believe that will connect between them. Cool. But I don't think it will connect any further. I think, yeah. Oh no. Let's have another look. So yeah, connects even further. So have a look. So see if it will connect to that one there. So you see already that we're making bigger distances. Does the book tell you about redstone and anything on here? So let's have a look. Never really looked at the book, to be quite honest. Powers, wires, so redstone wires. Redstone wires are aluminium coated in... How far does it say? The connectors work like any other wire connector. In terms of connection, however, redstone wires does not require relays. Connectors and relays are the same block. Use engineers' hammers. The connectors can be switched between in and output mode. Right click and configure between 16 coloured frequencies. Yeah, we're going to look at that, but it doesn't say over longer distances though. It doesn't say, but you and you don't lose any signals, and that's one of the bonuses. So by using 2, we can go vast distances with the cable already. So you've already gained, and I think that's better than some of the mods that's already out there, because you have to do block by block, whereas that's just one cable in one distance. So I'm going to, I thought you'd be in the way, do exactly the same is what I've done here. Right, so if I set a lever up now to each individual one, yeah, nothing's going to work, because what you, if you remember what I said in the, or what it said in the handbook. Let's get our hammer out. we need to set it to input and output. So these are inputs, so it automatically sets it as an input, but we need to put these as outputs, and to do that you just, I'm not doing anything else, just right click on each of those. Okay, let's put them back to inputs for the time being. So now if I flick the switch, yeah, the same thing happens every single time. Alright, so they will power that. So I left that as a input. Aha, because that's a redstone, yeah. So, ooh, might actually split these up. Put a gap in between them so they don't interfere with each other. Alright, so but there, that's all going over one cable. Alright, so we're able to switch them all. Now if I put them all to outputs, whatever lever I turn on will power that. However, we have 16 colours, because if you notice these are all orange and blue to say that it is an output, but look at the base itself, these are all white, so you can tell on there when I look at it, it is the white channel. So now you can change the channel, and I think it's shift and right click, and then you can change the channel. So that's now the orange, keep that one as white, and that can be magenta. So let's have magenta, orange and white. The beauty about this now is that when I click on the magenta one, it will only light up the magenta one. If I flick on the orange one, it will only light up the orange one. It has no effect on each other, and yet they're all going down the same cable. So you can use 16 channels. Same with the white, so you can have them all on or all off, or individual ones on, and that's what I like about immersive engineering, and that's what we're going to use for our build. Now I might need to get a few more cables, which is fair enough, and what I'm tempted to do as well is that I've built 3 of these. I think I might have to build another one. Is that when power is on, I'm going to get them to light up as well. So I'm just going to put a light on it just so I know that it's there. Now, don't think I can change the colour of these, but that's not a problem. But this will identify that we've got our power on. So let me just get another one of these, fairly straightforward. Gonna need 6 more of you. 6, and we'll make some more of these. So that's 24 of those. We will make now more redstone. Let's get the aluminium out. So you can never not have enough of these anyway. So that should do us. We've got 32 of those. Let's just get the redstone away. Daylight sensor and repeater, I don't think I need. I don't think there's anything else. The torch can go back, but it's going to get dark soon, isn't it? F7, yeah, so the torch can go back. Beautiful. Let's make another one of those. So I'm going to need one more of you, and let's do this. Sorted. Sorted. Excellent. Right. So, and this is where now I'm going to use this wall. So I'm going to put all the connectors that I want connected to the wall, and basically just create a wall to control stuff. Now, I did think about using comparators like I did with the chest system, because you can use them, should be able to use them on your energy cells to kick in when we need the generators, but they can stop and start as and when. I keep forgetting of how loud it is. So let's go over here, and where is the redstone? So redstone, redstone, redstone. So the redstone is here. Now one thing I've got to be very careful of is that I don't interfere with the track themselves. So let's put you onto there, and we'll leave you as white. That's simple enough, innit? So iron can be white. Or brown? No, orange might be. Keep it as, do it as orange. Do that as orange, and what I'll do is I'll put a light on it just so I know that it is on. So we will also do that as orange, and we will connect them two together. And this is where the beauty of this now comes in, because we should be able to extend this and start putting redstone all the way around here. So that's what I need to do with these. Let's go. Climb onto the top of these. Thank you. And let's get that up there, so that can connect to that, and that's that one connected up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round all of the I'm going to go round them all. Let's see and watch me connect everything all up, and once I connected them all up and got them fed all the way back, I will come back to you. So see you all in a moment's time. Bye bye for now. Welcome back everybody. Right, so got it all connected up now, got it all colour coded, and the redstone lamps should be on them all now. So it's not the greatest of connections, but they're round. I've got them connected. If you ever watch Direwolf, yeah, it's probably a bit of dire wire, if I can ever excuse that pun, but it's not the greatest of connections. But the lamps should be on now, so let's just go around them all and just check to make sure. Oop, why I've just come this way, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. It's fancy to swim. So yes, it's not the greatest of connections, but at least it doesn't affect any of my conveyor belts anyway. Trying to keep it up and high. So yeah, the lamps are on there, the lamp is on down there, and the last one is down here. Now I am still trying to find, see if I can get silver and lead. There's definitely something there. You can see the lamp is on over there. So let's see. Now you can see how bad this is, look. So yeah, that was all clear glass before, and now look at it. So yeah, a few issues with the rendering side of things, but hopefully in a later episode, in a later version, it should be I'd have thought hopefully sorted, not just tested out in 1.12 yet, but I'm not going to mess about with it. I've got some black stain just in. So as you can see, I did have to as soon as you disconnect the levers, the system does start to work. So I've already got absolute crap loads of iron and other bits. So even coal, look, I mean, I'm starting to do blocks, and then you've got lapis. I mean, lapis is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, yeah. So my lamps should all be on. I've named them all. So if I wanted some, well, I'm not really keen on lapis. Let's just do this last one. So this last one should be coal. Diamonds and emeralds. Hopefully should be able to turn them all on. I wish Immersive, I mean, it does have a switch, which is that one. It's a switch breaker. It's for breaking connections, but it squeaks a lot. But I wish they had their own lever type version. So let's just have a quick sleep. It did take me a little while just to get it sorted, just getting the connections right. As you can see, obstructions and things like that. So yeah, it was testing to say the least, but it's a nice little glow, so you can see where, you definitely see where the redstone connections are and where all the cables run. So yeah, so let's do a little bit of gold and copper. Not sure what I've got. Copper and gold. So if I flick that on, and we can see this one as well, the light should have gone off and the excavator should now be running. Now I'm not sure what my power is like. It's not looking too great at the moment, so I might have to flick. I think I'm not sure if I've actually put on power to all of the engines, so it might just be, unless it's just because of the distance I'm away, but it shouldn't be. I think I'll just make sure that all the engines are in the on position. So there, that one's on. That one's going to start up. Really noisy around here, need a muffler. That one's going to start up, and that one's on as well. So hopefully the excavator should run a little smoother, I'm hoping. But fuel is an up and down issue, but we should be able to sort that out soon. I wonder if it's just because of the distance I am away from it, because it was running alright before. Or is it because we've got, no, see the power's there? Do have power. Yeah, it's just strange. Very strange. Anyway, it's a bit jerky. It might have to do with power, but it's got all power connected to it, so there should be no reason why there's a power issue. In fact, it's closest to the power rig than anywhere else. Strange. Oh well. So, but yes, if I wanted some gold and that in, so you can flick the switch. I should start seeing gold coming in. Let's have a look, see if it's coming through here. Nothing as of yet, but it's oh, there we go. Starting to see a little bit of gold now, and some copper. That's good to see. Let's see what we've got in the system, because I don't want to run in too long, so I can just flick the switch. Gold's starting to come in now, so everything should all be running lovely. So yes, let's have a quick look. Oh yes, everything is running as it should be doing. Plenty of ores coming in, gold and copper, and so hopefully that should feed up my feed the system. So I've got plenty of ores to crack on with whatever I want to do, and that will slowly come through the system as and when. But yep, so now I've got a little bit more control. I haven't got to go massive distances to get to places or do what I need to do. So what I might do is do some of this. Cold coke is always something that's worth doing. So let's get cold coke up and running. Some of this iron can go into steel because steel is getting a little bit low. So let's do a block of steel. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. It's starting to all come together now. All come together. So I'm going to leave it there for the episode. We're running out of, or we've run out of time now. But as you can see, we can now control things, and I think it just makes it a little bit simpler with Immersive Engineering. So have a play, see what you think to it. I mean, this is just a basic setup. I'm sure you can do a bit more complex yourselves with any of your own builds. But I hope you like the episode. Please like and subscribe. We will have a look a bit more into a few more items within Immersive Engineering, which shouldn't take us that much longer. We've got one big item to sort out, which I think most of you are waiting for, which we will look at in the next few episodes. There's also some nice little things, so like with these sort of issues here, there is a solution, and that's what I'm going to have a look at next. Perhaps looking at a different solution to get cables around and about the place without having things looking like that, not quite in line with each other. But yeah, so without further ado, I shall say cheerio for now, and see you all in the next episode. So bye bye bye.